I'm going to talk about how service mesh is disappearing into your infrastructure and become part of your service network. This is a simple generative AI demo application I built, and I have used Argo to push the application to my Kubernetes cluster. As you can see, I have my application which is called demo, and also I have RAG version 1 and version 2 running in my Kubernetes cluster, and I'm not using any of the sidecars. So these applications are part of Istio Service Mesh. To access the application, I've exposed the application through an ingress gateway. Let's visit the application. This morning I asked to chat with Llama, which is a large language model running on my machine. What are the top 3 things to do in Tokyo, which I hope to visit this week. And now I'm going to ask what is Istio Ambient Mesh. Finger crossed. And what it's going to do is the demo application is going to try to go through an egress gateway and then chat with the large language model, which is running on my machine. As you can see, the answer is not very great. It didn't say Istio Ambient Mesh is service mesh without sidecar. This is a typical thing about AI. It actually, when it doesn't know the answer, it tries to come up with answer, which may be wrong and sometimes may be correct. So I'm not very happy with the answer, as you can see. It didn't describe exactly what ambient mesh is. So this is why I developed a RAG module, which I have version 1 of the RAG service and version 2 of the RAG service running also in Istio Ambient. So the version 1 takes a PDF file, and the version 2 takes a PDF and text file. So if I hit the version 1 and version 2, try to upload, you can see right now I have, let me hit this again. Right now I have configured access control. Let me see my HTTP routes here. So I have a simple HTTP routes here, which configs the demo application to let's see, sorry, I need to see this route. So I have a HTTP router which configs 70% traffic goes to version 1 and 30% traffic goes to version 2. So I do expect that I would hit version 1 pretty soon. So this is when it hits version 1, so it gives me an error message. Now if I hit this again, I would expect probably hits version 1 more time than version 2. So the traffic is mediated by the waypoint proxy, which is a micro gateway in my namespace to do traffic shifting. I'm not too happy with some of the traffic goes to version 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check out a pull request, which I have on my GitHub repository, and which I'm going to use HTTP route as part of Kubernetes Gateway API to shift all the traffic to version 2. So let's go ahead merge this pull request and confirm merge. And once it's merged, I'm going to use Argo to push the latest change to my Kubernetes cluster. And now, finger crossed, every single time I go, it should always goes to version 2. Because right now, I've configured the routes to always hit the version 2 100% of the time. That you can see it's going to version 2 all the time. The next demo I want to show is, in addition to traffic control, we can also using mesh to do reach authorization policy, which I have a PR I created yesterday. I'm adding an authorization policy on the RAG service to apply this authorization policy to post and get on /query, which is a pass on the RAG service. So the the reg service has two paths. One is upload, which is what I showed you to you. You can upload a PDF or a text file. The other one is I can ask the reg service a question. So let's go ahead and sync my latest PR to my environment. And let's go ahead and ask the question. So what is Istio ambient mesh? Finger crossed, if the authorization policy works, I would expect this to work. So you can see it is a new pattern for managing and secure communication between microservices. It's simpler without the needing for using sidecar proxy. You might be wondering what this error message is. This error message is because the upload failed because that RBAC authorization policy I set. So if you go to the waypoint proxy, you can see there is a 403, which is when I'm trying to access /upload, and when I'm trying to access /query, I got 200, right? So this is all working very well without me having sidecar to my application, either the demo or the reg service. And I can do authorization policy, I can do HTTP route. One more thing I want to show you. I want to be able to analyze the mood of the audience. So I'm going to click on analyze the mood. And I'm going to turn my machine a little bit over. I apologize, somehow the iPhone connectivity doesn't work. So I'm going to put you all on stage here. And if you are happy to see yourself on stage, I'm going to take a picture of you all. All right, and let's see what the large language model says. Finger crossed it's going to come soon to well, so as I'm waiting, sorry, this takes a little bit longer than I had imagined. You can see this is the application I'm actually showing to you. So from the ingress gateway, I'm control the incoming traffic, and through the micro gateway, I'm control the traffic inside of my namespace. And you can see the traffic flows through the ingress gateway to the demo application and through the micro gateway, which is a waypoint. And then before it accesses to the large language model, it hits the egress gateway. So that's actually the demo application I was showing. And you probably noticed there's some red there, which is because we had authorization policy failure, right, on the 500. Now let's go back to the mood. I'm glad it works. All right, there's nothing particular, standard event. The attendees are clapping, which suggests approval, support, excitement. All right, thank you all. That is my demo to using service mesh, using gateways and micro gateways, we can connect, secure, and manage traffic without the application being aware of it. Thank you so much for having me.